Early humans were very complex organisms. They required many things such as food, water, and shelter. There were many other organisms which began with the first forms of humans. Nonetheless, it was survival of the fittest, and the weakest were picked off. Luckily, humans were able to evolve far enough to get us where we are today.
The modern human fossils were first discovered around 1868 in large silver of rocks near Les Izes, which is in the southern France. The rock was approximately 23 to 27,000 years old.
The group of early modern humans moved constantly all over the globe due to major climatic shifts that were taking place. The only way for the species to live on would be to migrate. The early humans could not have done so if they were capable of adapting to such harsh climates, but they were not.
The modern humans were traveling consistently to remain a species. Some of the places that they lived over time were Europe, North and South America, the Middle East, Asia, and Africa, which is where the humans originated.
With the early humans being off foot inconveniently, they need to know where exactly it was where they were going. They also need to know what it was going to take to get there.
The early humans needed to make their own tools and hunt down their own food. In the essence of making new tools, a specific ritual went along with the production. A few examples of tools were used to hide scrapers and point stones and hand axes.
Early humans lived wherever they were capable of surviving. They did not exactly attempt to adapt very well due to the fact that they were very harsh climatic events that were taking place.
In the beginning, basic nuts and fruits were consumed for protein and nutrition. There was not enough knowledge for the early humans to make tools and hunt. In the next stage of humans, they made tools and consumed mass amounts of meat. This is what led scientists to determine how we got our jaw-like figures and the shapes of our teeth. The Neanderthals lived off of very fatty meats and vegetables, and the Homo sapiens, which is us, thrived from wild game, nuts, fruits, and vegetables.
Early humans were fond of making tools which they used to build and hunt in order to maintain a balanced diet. They were also good at hunting in whatever new environment they had recently adapted to.
Humans began to use fire around 350,000 years ago. During the Stone Age, while the mildest of the harsh climate changes, the heat for warmth was the key to survival for the early humans. They made flint stones to construct the fire and environmental resources to assist with keeping the fire alive.
Powerful and damaging tools or weapons were a vital necessity for hunting much large prey or producing resources. Humans began making tools when they aimed for hunting larger and more difficult game that was applicable to life and full of nutrients, like woolly mammoths.
A few examples of tools that were used are fracturing rocks, scraping rocks, hide scrapers, and the hand axe.
The early humans were daring to make such dangerous objects, however, they helped do many things besides kill. The tools helped to clean, build, and reconstruct.
The hominids were lower class human. They did not contain the more precise and distinguished characters. The Neanderthals they were not as developed as Neanderthals were. They are not given the same capabilities. The Neanderthals were very strong, very built, and consumed much.
The most demanding stage that early humans faced while evolving was going extinct, especially with all the constant climate changes and having to adapt to new environments. Also, as time went on, more species were formed, which meant all of the humans were prey to specific animals that were larger and more strong than them. Furthermore, the early humans were not sitting at the top of the food chain just yet.
There was a large impact that the early humans have put on mankind today. We have evolved into so much more than what we used to be, such as our physical features, given strength, brain capabilities, and so on. Without the early evolution of humans, we cannot say for sure what we would be today. However, we can say that we would be nothing similar to what we are now if evolution of mankind never occurred.
We often take for granted what humans are today. We tend to be prone to our past and we do not entirely realize that our ancient ancestors are who made us who we are today. Sure, we might not have the exact physical features or characteristics that we would prefer, but in the end, we are all the same, and no matter what we were given, we should be thankful for what we have, and be accepting to what we don't.
The modern human fossils were first discovered.
Alright. Leg press! Leg press!
Oh! Get big! Get big! You know what they say? No
Wait.
gain, no pain!
Back
Okay, well, no pain, no
running.
gain.
The early
No.
humans,
In the beginning,
the hominids were lower class humans.
yelled at for having shrek.
Oh god.
No.
It smells like
You can finish.